Yankees fan, you're witnessing history in the making. Get ready to be moved by a season start that's already secured its place in the record books of the most storied franchise in baseball. If you haven't realized it yet, what Max Fried is doing on the mound in the Bronx is nothing short of unbelievable. And today we're diving into this journey of resilience, pressure, and absolute excellence. Because when you wear the Yankees pinstripes, there's no middle ground. You either make history or pack your bags, and Fried has clearly chosen the first option. When the Yankees decided not to re-sign Juan Soto, many questioned whether it was the right move. After all, we're talking about one of the league's best hitters, and letting him go to a New York rival, the Mets, felt almost like shooting themselves in the foot. But baseball's backrooms often conceal bigger strategies, and the Yankees front office had an ace up their sleeve to strengthen what had long been the team's Achilles heel: the mound and defensive consistency. That's how Max Fried, formerly of the Atlanta Braves, emerged as the new face of the rotation. A $218 million deal over 8 years, the largest contract ever given to a left-handed pitcher. A commitment of that magnitude isn't just a number. It's a statement to the baseball world that the Yankees are doubling down on rebuilding their dominance. Fried arrived with pedigree, 2 All-Star selections, a solid track record, and a reputation as a relentless worker. But playing in New York is a whole different story. Here, every pitch is scrutinized, every scoreless inning is expected, and every slip-up becomes a headline. As if the pressure of the contract and expectations weren't enough, Fried was thrust into the spotlight following Garrett Cole's injury, the team's ace who underwent Tommy John surgery in spring training. Overnight, Fried became the guy, the leader, the anchor of a rotation in flux, and his response? Overwhelming. 7 starts, 6 wins, a 1.01 ERA. The Yankees are undefeated with him on the mound. These are numbers that defy even the most optimistic projections. He hasn't just stood out, he's dominated. In fact, he leads the entire American League in ERA and ranks among the top in innings pitched this season. On a team still searching for bullpen balance, Fried has become the rock, the pillar holding up fans' hopes. The peak of this surge came in a performance against the Tampa Bay Rays: 7 full innings, no runs allowed, just 1 hit and 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. It marked the 3rd straight game in which Fried posted a stat line never before seen by a Yankees pitcher. 3 wins, no earned runs, fewer than 8 hits allowed, and more than 75 batters faced. That's something unprecedented in over a century of franchise history. What's more, according to OptaStats, he joins an elite club. Since 1913, only one other lefty, Dodgers legend Fernando Valenzuela, has recorded more wins than earned runs allowed in his first 7 starts with a new team. That says everything about what Fried is doing in New York. He's not just pitching well, he's writing a brand new chapter in the sacred books of Yankee Stadium. And the question echoing through the Bronx is, where would this team be without Fried? When he doesn't pitch, the team's record is under 500 on 12 wins and 14 losses. So his presence isn't just impactful, it's essential. He's not just winning games, he's holding it all together, inspiring confidence, and proving that there's still light at the end of the tunnel despite Cole's absence. But while Fried shines, Yankees fans are also looking around and wondering, what if we had kept some of our guys? Because while there were major additions, a few names left who now seem to be hitting their prime. Take Gleyber Torres, for example. The second baseman, who was inconsistent with the Yankees, is now thriving with the Detroit Tigers, batting over 300 with 4 home runs in just 20 games and 140 OPS plus. That's more than just stats. That's elite production. Another player who's on fire is Tommy Conley, also with the Tigers. He's boasting a 0.71 ERA over more than 12 innings. He's been nearly untouchable so far. A true anchor in the opposing bullpen, doing exactly what he could have been doing in the Bronx. And there's more. Jose Trevino, now with the Cincinnati Reds, is hitting .319 with 3 home runs after years of underwhelming performance in a Yankees uniform. Something's changed, and it's hard not to wonder if that same spark would have ignited had he stayed in pinstripes. And then there's Clay Holmes. With the Mets, he's transitioned into a starting role and is putting up a 2.95 ERA, more than respectable for someone still adjusting to a brand new position. Add to that the consistent performance of J.P. Sears, whom the Yankees traded in 2022. and you have a constellation of former players shining bright outside of New York. The big question is, was the issue ever about talent, or was it the environment? The truth is the Yankees knew exactly where to invest, and even though some key pieces have left, others have arrived to raise the bar. The front office saw an opportunity in Max Fried, and that bet is paying off faster than anyone could have expected. We are still early in the season, but if he keeps this up, Max Fried won't just be the team's ace. He'll be the name people remember when telling the story of the 2025 season. And if you thought Max Fried's story was impressive enough, buckle up, because what's coming through the Yankees development system promises to keep the Bronx shining for years to come. The rebuild underway isn't just about big contracts and proven stars. It's about shaping raw talent into the cornerstones of the team's next generation. And in this context, one name is starting to echo behind the scenes: Griffin. The young left-handed pitcher straight out of the LSU Tigers talent machine is dominating everything in his path. And he's already making MLB scouts reconsider their prospect rankings. Selected in the 6th round of the 2024 draft, a pick that might have seemed modest at first, Herring is proving to be an underrated gem. He was part of LSU's 2023 National Championship team, alongside stars like Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz, both considered elite in the college baseball world. But now, a year later, it's Herring who's turning heads with a dominant professional debut for the Tampa Tarpons in Single A. And we're not just talking about solid outings. He's posted a 0.6 ERA over 5 starts, with 39 strikeouts in 30 innings and an astonishing level of control for a first-year pro. This kind of immediate impact is rare. Most young pitchers struggle with command, mechanical adjustments, and the leap in competition. But Herring seems a step ahead. Even with average velocity on his sinker, around 91 mph, 146 km/h, he makes up for it with precision, movement, and a maturity in pitch selection. That's remarkable. His intelligent use of the slider-sinker combo makes him a constant threat to both righties and lefties, even without overpowering heat. What truly raises his ceiling, though, is the technical growth he's already shown. Back in college, he barely had a changeup. Now, just months into his pro career, he's already seen results from a pitch that could become his key to advancing levels. He still needs to develop a consistent 3rd or even 4th pitch, typical for young starters, but the foundation is set. Command, pitch IQ, and consistency. Rare traits for someone only 21 years old. Meanwhile, the Yankees talent pipeline is operating at full speed. Alongside Herring, 2 more names from that same LSU squad are entering the radar: Eric Razorman and Thatcher Hurd. Hurd is particularly intriguing. Drafted in the 3rd round, he has a versatile arsenal, but hasn't yet debuted due to undergoing Tommy John surgery. Despite a high ERA in college, over 6 mil, he was picked based on raw potential and a high developmental ceiling. This kind of long-term investment signals how the Yankees are thinking ahead. They know success isn't built solely on high-profile acquisitions like Fried, but also on building a solid foundation of players who align with the franchise's culture and standards. Herring, for example, is already ranked number 25 in the organization's prospect list, a spot that may seem modest given his performance. If he keeps this up, expect him to climb the rankings fast. Another standout element is how the Yankees have turned their player development program into a strategic advantage. Now, specialized coaches, biomechanics analysis, and cutting-edge technology, the path from Single A to Yankee Stadium is now clearer than ever. That gives players like Griffin more than just a dream. It gives them a real roadmap to success. Which brings us to an important question. Can this new talent management model help the Yankees avoid past mistakes, like letting rising stars walk away too soon? As seen earlier, ex-Yankees like Gleyber Torres, Jose Trevino, and Tommy Conley are thriving. Elsewhere, was it a lack of patience, poor foresight, or just bad timing? The arrival of names like Herring may be the Yankees' chance to rewrite that narrative. In the end, it's hard not to get excited about what's coming. Max Fried represents the now, Griffin represents the future. And the union of these two worlds, the star-studded present and the promising tomorrow, is exactly what Yankees fans expect from a championship-driven franchise. As the season progresses, one thing is becoming increasingly clear to Yankees fans. This team isn't just winning games, it's forging a new identity. With Max Fried leading the rotation and prospects like Griffin proving the future is knocking, there's a new kind of optimism in the air. It's a quiet confidence, built not on flashy headlines or hollow promises, but on concrete results and well-executed strategy. What we're seeing now is the payoff from bold decisions, a rare blend of experience, youth, and vision. Fried, for instance, is no longer just a big signing. He's become a symbol of resilience. His ability to step into the spotlight during Garrett Cole's absence isn't just technical, it's psychological. He entered the Yankee Stadium arena and never blinked. He faced the lights, the media scrutiny, the weight of the fans' expectations, and responded with a historic run. That doesn't happen by accident. That's the product of a player who understands the weight of the jersey he's wearing. And when we look at him now, we don't just see a contract number, we see a leader, a mentor to the young arms coming up, a beacon for what's expected in the Bronx. But just as important as what happens on the field is the building of a winning culture behind the scenes. Aaron Boone's coaching staff recognized it was time for a renewal without sacrificing the franchise's championship DNA. By prioritizing an elite pitcher like Max Fried and doubling down on their player development system, the Yankees are securing something rare: continuity. They're proving that it's not enough to live off the past. You have to write the next chapter with intelligence and consistency. That's what separates great teams from dynasties. And the Yankees aren't content with just competing. They want to dominate. They want to be that team again, the one that earns respect or even fear. And this kind of work doesn't stop at the MLB level. The way the Yankees are treating their farm system shows a deep understanding of how important it is to develop the franchise's future stars from within. With Griffin, Eric Reiselman, Thatcher Hurd, and other promising names, the organization is showing that it's paying attention to the details. Their mindset isn't about shortcuts, it's about choosing the most solid path, even if it takes longer. And that approach is starting to earn recognition, even from neutral analysts who now rank the Yankees farm system among the most balanced in the league. Of course, like any process, there will be mistakes. Some trades will always be second-guessed. Players like J.P. Sears, now thriving outside the Bronx, are reminders that not every bet pays off. But this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And the Yankees are moving forward. They're learning from past missteps, correcting the course, and moving with purpose. If Max Fried is the face of the rotation's rebirth, Herring is the face of what's still to come. A reminder that for this franchise, there's no finish line. There's always another trophy to win, another chapter to write. And if you're a Yankees fan, you feel that in your heart. Because being a Yankees fan isn't just about watching games. It's about living a story. It's about being part of something bigger. It's about looking at the legends who wore this jersey, Ruth, DiMaggio, Jeter, and knowing that every season is a new chance to honor that legacy. What Max Fried is doing today and what Griffin might do tomorrow are all part of the same journey. A journey powered by sweat, talent, and a passionate fan base that never stops believing, even in the toughest moments. There's still a long season ahead. Many games, many innings, many clutch moments. But if there's one thing we can already say with confidence, it's this. The Yankees have found a new foundation to dream on. They found balance. They found hope. And most importantly, they've reconnected the present with the future, proving that greatness isn't a destination, it's a daily choice. And right now they're choosing to be great again. With Fried leading today and Herring preparing to lead tomorrow, the Bronx is more alive than ever. And now that you've made it this far, tell us, what excited you the most about this new Yankees phase? Was it the historic dominance of Max Fried, or realizing that the future, with names like Griffin, is brighter than ever? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share with the community what you felt watching this video, what you learned, what surprised you, and what you hope to see in the chapters ahead of this thrilling season. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time. Join this family of baseball lovers where every week you'll find top-tier content, deep analysis, and that special touch that only true fans can bring. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and help us spread the word about smart, passionate baseball. This is Yankees baseball. Always grinding, always reaching for the top. The story continues, and you're a part of it. See you next time.